The last person you get to meet.
Who is Ophelia?
That doesn't tell me anything about just
She is the
You'll
lady
know
of the
her.
house.
I thought you were the lady of the house.
No, that I was.
It is
Not the owner.
complicated. There used to be a lord of the house. I am the equivalent of the lord. She is more of a mother, someone that caters to the staff's needs.
Not happening.
And may the
Gotcha.
lords be cursed forever. His soul.
It is
Eternal
good
torment.
to see you are back, Clarette.
Ah, yes.
I hope your journeys were eventful.
Eventful, yes.
Hello, Spookin. Hello, Arcane. Hope you're all
Is,
doing well.
So,
My goodness, it has been such a long time since I've done her voice. It's going to be slightly difficult, is it not?
We'll discuss that more in the meeting room then. Please prepare food and drinks and head up there at your own leisure. You all remember where that is, right?
Posh and sadistic. Yes, I do remember there's a specific word which I can use to get into tune. The only problems with doing this voice is that I have to go incredibly high-pitched and sound a bit pompous. It also dries out my throat an awful lot.
Yeah, I'm just going this way. Did you see their closet though?
Ah, yes, the inner Malleus.
11
You know, I did tell you, chat, that Ophelia is basically the female version of Malleus McKay. Although a bit different. My inspiration was Malleus, after all. So I do wonder how that's going to go. I guess I also need to add more... I need to add more poshness to it. But also a higher pitch. I know I was playing with the idea of using smoochums to be the way that I get into tune. Because saying smoochums in that specific way tends to get my throat in the right position to allow me to do Ophelia's voice. My goodness, I am cringe. Cringe but fabulous. Do you not think so, chat? Oh my goodness. It has definitely been quite some time since I have played this character. Model work has me so busy. It makes it difficult to roleplay as much. Perhaps I can come back to Vixen whenever I do an adequate amount of model work. At least that is the plan. It seems the bed sheets have also been moved. I'm just preparing, dear.
We have all gathered in the meeting room. You may join us when you are ready.
I'll be out momentarily.
Has there been many problems?
Nope, not since yesterday. Or since that was yesterday.
But your memory goes back
Ophelia?
before. Oh, Lady Ophelia.
Nice to see you again, Chloe. And who is this fresh new
Thank
face?
I'm glad you
Uh,
have
hi.
finally woken from your long stupor.
Oh, you just
Hmm.
Ah,
My
you'll
name
find me
is,
awake.
my name's Ariana.
Pleasure to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
Hmm. So what is the cause for this meeting?
Our coven requires a talk. There has been a lot of movement within Gale that we need to be apprised of.
Hmm.
And there are a lot of new faces. And a lot of things that we are going to need to adapt to moving forward.
Hmm.
So, who would like to go first?
I believe I have too much to go first, so.
Very well. I wish to make it plainly and bluntly clear to those that are new and old. My motives and my goals have not changed. I have adapted, I will say, to the life that perhaps you have always lived. And running the inn has been less boring than I thought it was going to be. I have enjoyed my time here so far. I know I am not the most present lord or lady, whatever you wish to refer to me as. I am no leader. But moving forward, perhaps we can delegate more roles to those of the inn. People who feel more confident in leading where I cannot. At the end of the day, all must go past me or through me first. But due to my absence, I feel it would be wise to have others pick up the pieces where I cannot. But we can discuss that more here in a moment. My intentions, as always, again to those new and old, I still intend to kill each blooded lord and lady that there is connected within the blooded. This goal of mine has not changed, and it will not until, God forbid, I perish. And in the coming months, I will be requiring your assistance with killing these lord and ladies. So, please prepare yourself for this. you will be fighting your own. And I imagine you will be killing people maybe you once considered family. Who knows? I don't very much care. But there are 2 new people that we need to introduce. There are some others, but unfortunately they cannot be present here today. If you wish to introduce yourself.
But I am not new.
Not you. This one.
Oh, me?
Oui.
Oh, my name is Ariana. I am here to be a pain in the ass for Ronan. And I got here 3 weeks ago. It's nice to meet you.
They are currently temp staff. They are going to be helping with security.
Okay.
This tall, brooding woman behind me, if you would like to introduce yourself.
Willig Ludwig, Evie's sister. Hi, I'm here to make sure you all can actually fight. And help her with what she wants.
Not blood related.
I see.
The character behind me is not a vampire like the rest of us. But in the coming days, they will be. Hopefully. I intend to have Ronan change them. Using his blood. This will be a ritual done at some point. Prepare yourselves. I imagine most of you know the stories of how humans transitioned and how... what is a nice word for this? How chaotic it can be and unpredictable. Each person that is made into a half-blood or thin blood each have their own experiences. So, they could be fairly off the hinges for a while.
Well, we do have a dungeon downstairs. Shackles and the like. We can keep them restrained.
You can try.
Can we?
Feisty, this one.
Challenge accepted.
They also have the woods.
But treat them like they are our own. They will be staying here and they will be helping us moving forward. There are a couple other mercenaries that have also offered their services that look mighty useful and are of our kin. So perhaps if they show their worth, I may be hiring them as well. I think this place needs a new shed of paint. Wouldn't you agree? I believe that is all I need to discuss. Now on to the bigger picture, and our most prevalent issue, the House of Soul. Whoever
Yes.
wishes to.
Is there other information?
Not
See, I knew this would be an issue. I'm so out of the loop. I don't know what's going on.
You seem eager.
Can I be the new leader?
no.
And the follow-up question?
Can I turn her?
Beatrix, if this is another dumb question, you are sleeping out in the rain.
I see.
Moving
But-
on.
Is it raining?
It
Right.
probably will
Okay.
be.
So,
Please, Evelyn,
nothing to do but
don't damage the woodwork.
also
Forgive my
valid point.
lateness.
Basis.
Right. So I have been caught up with much of this whole situation here at the inn. Has anything happened recently that I don't know about? Was that anyone
Our
else does not
stone
know
is
about?
no longer working. I don't know if this has changed. I
It
have heard
has
that
not
it is.
changed.
I see. Then our alarm system is not working, and the inn is in a constant state of threat. The undead mother, as you refer to her, has not been speaking to us for some time, so I have heard. I don't know if this has changed.
This has not changed.
Then that is all that has been going on here.
The last I
Oh,
heard,
and-
there is a witch that is causing problems.
Yes, there is a witch. She has placed the curse on the stone on the altar. That is why our alarm is not working. And most likely why we have lost the connection to some other goddess.
And when was the last contact we had with this witch? Have we gathered any information about her?
I've
I
gathered
was-
up a little bit.
Jacques, go ahead.
From different sources, the witch lives in a hut up in the north, location of which seems to vary depending on the count. From one source, it appears that she may not be entirely physical, and may indeed be inhabiting a crystal of some sorts. However, she still has enough power to seemingly project herself across the island. There's still
This
a
is
lot we
true.
do not know.
Hmm.
Refer to herself as a shard on occasion.
Interesting. This witch has laid rock pillars around Gale, which seem to be either rising or summoning the dead. The good news is this is very annoying to Sol. So they have preoccupied themselves some with having to defend themselves. But as this continues to grow, it will become a much bigger problem.
It's weird indeed.
This witch is not part of any witch coven that I know of. To do such a thing as to cut off other witches from the mother goddess is what do you say? What do you say? It's
Apprehensible?
unforgivable. Apprehensible. Yes, that word.
I believe our biggest issue as of current is these stones are, correct me if I'm wrong, is corrupting the grounds more than it already is. Corrupt.
That is correct. With
Which
our
means
stone. Please continue.
The humans that we use currently for sustenance will cease to exist because their towns will be dying, and that is originally why they are all evacuating their towns in the first place, to head up to the north, correct? That is what we gathered before.
That is correct. Sol was claiming to help them. And they are helping them
but-
evacuate to migrate. Yes.
Abandoning some of their disease.
Also true.
How did you manage to procure food before the House of Soul arrived here?
I guess you could say that Lord Sebastian did quite a large culling. There's quite a population beforehand, but he likes his parties and the like.
You are a part of the Blooded. I imagine you had shipments off island brought here.
Exactly.
Well, past tense.
which we
Listen.
don't have those connections. So moving forward, if we do not deal with this problem swiftly, we're probably going
We
to
will
start
need to find
starving.
another, or we'll need to find another source, our own independent source.
Yes. It would be nice to
Thank you, NS.
seek out a supplementary source in the meantime, while we try to solve the other problems.
Hmm.
And that is where I've been for the last few months. Saul had, as you say, evacuated the village, the town I was living in. I decided to follow them and see exactly what they were doing. And unsurprisingly, they are off island at a very large fortification north of here.
Is
While
this
I was there,
Silverstone?
I have. Oui.
Mm.
Oui.
I have heard that this capital, city, town is bringing in a lot of new humans at this moment in time. And
It
as well,
is.
just as a quick side note, I don't know if you've seen the map, but on the left of Gale, on this small island that hardly connects, there is a small cabin at the peak of that island. At that location, someone by the name of Frank, it's an ex-connection of mine from Saphira. They are supplying
Oh,
us
the
with
little flash
blood.
blondie.
Yes.
Oh.
I made a deal with him.
Hmm.
In exchange for blood from people that he kills on his endeavors, I just have to change someone for him. So we are getting a constant supply from him, but I don't know if it will sustain all of us.
Hmm. We have recently procured a ship, have we not? We are getting their humans from somewhere, perhaps by sea. Maybe we could intervene and commandeer their ship full of humans.
I've been repairing and practicing on the ship, as it were. Seems seaworthy. Though I still need to, you know, get a few things straightened out. Mainly changing the name so we're not, you know, automatically found as a missing ship. or-
Perhaps don't. Perhaps keep the name of the House of Soul and the sigil on the side. We could use it to infiltrate one of their cities in the future if need be. And getting past their own patrols, maybe they'll think twice before just blowing cannons into the side of us.
Alright. But ship is seaworthy. At least it will be once I finish making repairs to it. Then I would like to request to be the captain of said ship to, you know, carry all of us across the seas and do all this piracy.
Whoever found the
I'm-
ship, fair and square, will decide who is in charge of the vessel.
Hmm.
And I can
would
attest
be
to say
Beatrix.
know
I
what
found
they are
it.
doing with the ship. Oh, is the person you ask? Jacques?
It is mine.
Mm-hmm. That would
Do you
be
want it?
Beatrix. Sure.
So you're basically asking me for a favor?
I wouldn't do that if I were you. It hasn't ended well. for
Please
me
do.
so far.
Mm. You could be first mate if you want. Or vice versa.
While they figure that out.
Right, while you
You were
build
saying.
that over. Right, so we have a certain situation, multiple growing situations, especially with Sol. I may have angered a high priestess.
Oh my.
Evidently melting someone's face off is inappropriate to them.
Yeah.
They were in the process of trying to stab us, so.
I dropped something on
I
that
think
table.
it's fair.
Thank you. But yes, while we were running from their castle, she pursued us onto the ship, and we were forced to defend ourselves. So it would have been fine to kill them all. But Lady Lucia, I have information that she's very angry and looking for me and the vaccine. She is most likely at this camp here.
What does she look
Is-
like?
Oh,
Any defining features?
Blonde,
she was blonde, oui. She wore silver
blue-eyed.
armor. I don't think it was actually silver, but very polished armor.
Does she have a face mask?
No, no face mask.
Sounds very stereotypical.
Pale skin. Oui.
GG.
We do have an issue. There is another one, I believe, very close to the inn, in fact. Gigi returned a couple days ago to the inn with this holy scar across his entire body, dying on our floor on entry. Very
Yes.
There when you
bad
flew
for
in.
business.
I believe
But-
they are the same.
Apparently,
They thought they had
our
holy aids.
messenger routes are no longer going to be usable. He needs to change them because they are setting up campments very close on the side of our roads. He did mark it on the maps in the study. So if you wish to look at those later, you may.
No, we did give a copy of that same map to the Blackstone encampment on the island.
Yes, to the garrison.
Oh, if you did not know, so it has been some time for everybody here. We are in an alliance with the Blackstone people.
Yes,
King
Lord
Raymond.
Blackstone has some.
King Raymond
Lord
is
Blackstone.
our standing ally at this moment in time, and they do own a piece of property here in Gale.
But Kevin,
I'm sorry.
what given? They were given
I still
a.
don't
They were given a portion of the land. Yes.
Yes. They have
Surprisingly,
built
Lord
their own.
Blackstone had some very descriptive words for you. I found very interesting.
Really? Like what?
Especially seeing as how he procured this land. I do not wish to create animosity.
Hello, good
somewhere,
name.
But
How you
he seemed
doing?
displeased with the type of vampire you are, and what you have done in the past.
Lord Blackstone has
Welcome home.
concerns about your past, mainly due to his own self-preservation.
I'm doing okay. Bit tired.
That was the part where you kill vampire.
Yes, I do hate my own kind. I'm sorry. I hope that was obvious when I came to kill your lord in the first place.
And despite some
I'm positively shocked. This
Tense.
revelation is new.
yes, but
Right,
as someone
so-
who's close to him, despite some tense attempts at annoyance, he maintains that he is eager to continue working.
I'm honest, wasn't really in the mood to roleplay,
We
but
agreed to.
need a shot for this?
I would
met
hate to have to
with-
kill another vampire.
That would be unfortunate, so I will not be too amiss. But I have spoken to Lord Blackstone to bring him up to date with some of the information I have. But yes, the immediate concern is this camp right here, near the Vixen. It is called the Father's Blessing. A much very disgusting name, but it's preceded over by Gino, Sister Ginos. She is leading up the forces there, and thanks to a vision, Lady Lucia is also there, amassing the troops, most likely trying to plan an attack. So at this point, I am confident they don't know where we are. But once they figure that out, that is a problem.
Then perhaps a preemptive strike to disrupt this activity might be in order.
You
Exactly.
think you all can handle a frontal assault on their masked troops?
Yeah.
I didn't say frontal.
Frontal assault.
I said
I would
preemptive.
say frontal. Head first.
That is your style.
Going headfirst is kind of stupid.
It would
Not
be
mine,
suicide,
though.
yes.
So no head?
Considering the state that we saw GG in as
Afterwards.
he returned, I imagine we don't want to do any frontal assaulting.
Might I suggest something else then? They obviously
Their
get
pride has always been a
supplies.
factor.
Yes.
They often get supplies for food. Why not just intercept the supplies? They can't stay if they have no resources. Drinkable water, edible food. It's a shame we don't have a plague specialist. We could decay their food supplies and spoil their waters with such magic.
There is also poison that we could use.
Indeed.
I got those.
Or we could just burn them all alive, if you don't very much care for your forests.
If we burn the forest, dear, we're going to be out in the open. They will know where we are.
Depends how close they are, but
Besides,
And
the
also
last time we had burned a forest, we had a little druid incident.
Mm,
And the last I checked, wasn't there still a Wendigo on the loose?
that is still.
Also, when
Yes,
Tota
there is
burned
a
the forest
Wendigo.
last time, there was a big tree monster coming here to kill us all.
yes,
That's
that's
under
what
the
we
table.
spoke of.
Right, so that is the closest camp. It is the most concerning. There is also an issue. Sol seems to have returned to the village, Grey Mist, where I was most recently living before I went and visited them.
Hmm.
They are patrolling the streets again, even though they had completely pulled out. So I can only assume they are looking for me there. I was not very... yes, Grey Wind, sorry. I was not very subtle when we left, so... The rumors and people tale from the village lined up probably with how I look.
I see.
Yes, and then the other pressing matter is Saul has taken a vampire hostage.
One of ours?
I...
Or...
Yes, no.
No. No. So Beatrice might actually understand some of this vampire. There was a scroll that I took from one of the buildings in their castle. Evidently, this vampire has premonition. He is able to see somewhat into the future to predict things. This ancient vampire they have
because one wasn't enough.
Seems Beatrix gets a friend.
Not my friend. He's my grandfather.
Great.
Go on for a little while. Just
It's
yes.
a great.
Oh, wonderful.
Five plates will do.
They're related.
What?
They are ancient relative.
Hmm.
We do not have all night. But they are relocating him very soon. And with this missive we know where they are taking him. And from where.
Well,
I
then we
think
can
it would
intercept.
be- Yes.
Oh, so what you're telling me is they have a vampire that can predict the future, and we're going to attempt to kidnap him. How, considering I imagine they torture him and flail him for information on what the future is going to be. Granted, if they don't have mages that can just read his mind. Is he insane, like you?
It also depends how old he is. If he's your great-grandfather, and he's very that old. He's senile at this
Wait,
point.
Beatrice. How convinced are you that this is the same vampire? I mean, it's very unlikely to have multiple vampires like this, but how convinced are you?
Convinced that what? Very.
That these
Yes?
very.
No.
And these conversations you have with them, is this two-way?
What?
Are you able to speak to him, or is he only able to speak with you?
We are like friends. We talk, you know.
Right. So I assume he does not like where he is. So if we convince him to, say, predict something that will not happen, and then we come in before or after. Probably before.
I think something needs to be clarified.
We'll be prepared before.
Beatrix, is he your great-grandfather or a friend? You need to clarify on this.
A
No,
grandfather
he's
from
my
the great past. Don't go through the old lineage, please.
great. Okay.
Stop. Thank you.
I would hate to be cruel, but in all this uncertainty, perhaps denial of a resource would be much more beneficial than capturing. Especially since we don't know
Right.
the strength of the force that escorts him. We may not have a
agree.
choice in that matter.
This vampire is able to give Saul a suggestion of when we will be doing our rear assault. Then it'd be best to take this asset from them first. Because we cannot
You want my
particularly
ship?
prepared for.
Yeah.
It depends. I'd have to look at the final notes to see if he's going over sea or over land.
If he is anything
Great, my
like
friend, it is yours.
Beatrix,
Very
the information that he would give them would be a bit chaotic at best. What he says does not come true, neither is it a lie. Do we really need to invest this much resources into something so haphazard? Especially at the
Problem
expense
is-
of our own people.
We don't know what kind of vampire he is, and if he is anything like Beatrix. And the way that I know Beatrix works is she doesn't just see one future, she sees multiple happening in different ways. There is a set amount of possibilities that Beatrix can see.
And how much of Beatrix's
Also see the
premonitions are
past
true?
happening in different ways. There have been multiple occasions where I have been surprised myself by the things she has predicted. So I would say there is 40% chance that it could be true.
In that case, if I was Saul, I would have no problem doubling up forces to cover what does happen and what does not happen. If it's a 1 out of 10.
I agree with Jack, though. I think killing it would be a hell of a lot easier.
Excuse me?
We're in a war.
I don't very much
Denial
care
of
for your
her.
fen speakers, is what I'm trying to say.
Well,
I would
you're
rather
right.
than die.
But would they prefer to make our lives hell before they die? Because if one of the possibilities is us killing them and they see this, then they might be vengeful, maybe?
Are they not already?
Not to my knowledge. I'm sure Sol has beat this information out of him, but in the situation where he goes, oh, someone from the vaccine is going to kill me, here is all the information you can know before I die. He says to Sol.
There's no telling that he's not already done that as before. Not to mention, if we have an extra person who can tell the future, what benefit does it give us? We have all this information, but no power, no strength to be able to enact on
The
it.
benefit isn't Sol not having this information.
Then
Which can be done in one of two ways.
why a test to Jack, just killing him?
Might I make a suggestion? We make an attempt to intercept and rescue them. However, if it is deemed too difficult, we take the other option, deny them the assets. That way there is at least a possibility of utilizing the resource and less likely of them doing anything rash.
That is a lose-lose
I think that
situation.
is the best course. To
Capture
retrieve
or
them
kill.
and then
Attempt to rescue, kill if unable.
Concerning issue currently is that we need multiple groups, and we definitely need a group to be watching the current encampment that is preparing their forces, because they could make a move a hell of a lot quicker than we are capable of capturing him.
that reminds me. So Lord Blackstone, knowing this issue and Sol possibly moving to the area, has said he would step up protection if we allow him, because he's building a garrison in his little land he was given. If we give him free travel through our lands,
Then why not
he will,
utilize him?
provide additional.
Have him attack the camp
I've
instead.
already given him.
I do not like rescuing this vampire. We either fully commit to rescuing him or we kill him. If we do halfway, we lose. From both
What I am
sides.
saying is, if we decide to kill him, that is one of the features. They may see this. If we go to save him, to not save, to retrieve him,
Is this
He
the
may not
wrong
see
moment to
a
say
death in
that
the
he knows
future. He
what
might
we
be
are talking about?
I'm sorry, what?
Beatrix, I am this close to actually gouging your eyes out.
But I lifted my hand. Didn't-
And who's to say they
Speak
haven't
with
beat
your
our
mouth.
rescue plan out of him already?
Why are they listening
Okay.
to our conversation?
Because
And why did you not tell us sooner?
I tried. I slammed my head on the desk in my hand. First the head,
Yes,
then
you
the
did.
hand. Yes, I did.
Beatrice,
What
what
you're
does
saying
the
is
friend
Sol.
think of the conversation?
He's laughing most of the time.
Oh, goody.
Hmm.
He's mentally
She
unstable.
sounds like someone that would make life hell for us.
What you're saying is Sol may already know what we're up to.
Not necessarily. He's just amused at this point, it
Beatrice.
sounds like.
Has he given any of this information to Sol?
Great, that's the first time he shut the fuck up. Maybe, maybe not.
Your answers.
I am
Well, okay,
starting
then
to
maybe or
maybe
maybe
think
not
killing
determine
him is
Untrustworthy.
better.
If we're going to save him or not, so perhaps maybe make that known.
Oh. Don't stop talking. Come on! Ow.
I would like to go with capture or kill.
I say capture, and then we weigh our options after one. Either way, it gets this prediction out of Soul's hands, and we will be more.
They have priests, prophets, and seers. I'm fairly sure they have ways to discern their future, even with or without this vampire.
And the fact we're even having this conversation right now with the very information hazard sitting at our table, most of this conversation could be pointless.
Okay, we start with killing Beatrice then.
What? Okay, let's start. I'm excited.
Goddess. Right. Well, either we kick her out, or
Oh, don't kick me out.
Beatrix, you're going
she's
to
your
have to leave
ward
the
son.
room.
Wouldn't they know either way, even if Beatrice did leave?
That is.
If they can discern the
Yes,
future,
yes,
no matter
sure.
what we say or do, whether she is here or not, would not change things. Not to mention, if they see multiple different realities and futures, the information they give is, again, haphazard at best. You're best leaving him in the ranks,
Can you
and he
stick
gives
your
false
hand?
information.
What?
I'm just asking for a friend.
Are they asking me to stab my hand?
Yeah. Very slowly.
The most
I
pressing...
told him.
Fuck you.
Jack, why are you doing things that Beatrix has asked?
I want to see something.
It seems like she cannot sleep for too long nowadays. What reason? Where did this information come from that they have this vampire in the first place?
The
It came from
document that
there.
they hold.
Carl?
And you got
He's
that
sleeping.
from the place you were
Yes, he's sleeping.
at,
Okay,
correct?
Correct. Yes.
Beatrix, you do not have to leave.
It is.
Then might I propose
the
this?
Official military plans sealed with a silver seal. I was lucky not to burn myself opening it.
Then might I propose this? If they can see the future, how do we not know that this is a trap? They conveniently leave these documents here, knowing that you will go there, pick up the documents, and give it to us, and we decide to save him. No matter what we do, we are in a pinned situation.
The
But if we do
information I
nothing-
gathered on the camps are about camps that already exist that we know of, yes? They're on the big map. So I doubt they're going to fake that information. And there is a part of us that would hope there is an honor amongst vampires to a certain degree.
We had honor amongst vampires
And
until
that's
Evelyn over
it.
here slayed our lord. But, considering that he is no longer...
Blame her.
She is the one who dealt the blow. Regardless of the matter.
Yeah, well, your lord was a bitch.
Regardless of the matter...
These vampires that they have, they have little concern right now for Evelyn's vendetta.
This is a spiral of seers, futures, and futures will drive you insane. I'd rather just get rid of it.
Soul
End
is on our
all
doorstep.
potential futures.
Soul is on our doorstep. We have evidence they have an unfair tool at their disposal, and we have an opportunity to snag that from them or remove it from them. And we have this witch, which is also on our doorstep. We need to make a decision. I think having Lord Blackstone look at getting this vampire, taking care of this vampire, or keeping an eye on the camp is a good idea. We handle the other situation, and with this witch, I am...
I'm kind of a bit pissed off. People are just talking over me. I have no sense of authority or power anymore because I don't show up anymore. So people are just kind of
I believe
stepping
at
in
this
place.
moment in time, perhaps this witch should be handled At a later date, I would stop all progression on trying to find out things about them, because so far they have only messed with the minds of 2 of our VIXN members, Simon and Beatrix. They don't even remember going to go see her or the orders I gave. And also, Toda, the cat thing, has not returned. They went missing, teleported away. They are an issue beyond us currently. And as you said, the House of Soul are on our doorstep. We do have the Lycan Council at our disposal as well, and their many armies of wolves. Perhaps if we wish to send a letter to them as well, to help patrol the grounds, maybe they will oblige.
It is.
But I do agree.
The encampment is technically in their territory. I don't see why not.
If you send a missive
The thing is how
Lycan
is
Council,
GG is
do
going
not
to get
mention
there.
me.
Understood.
May I propose a plan? Or am I just an advisor? This person, Beatrix, obviously has a connection to him, correct? If we make a promise that we are going to rescue him, perhaps he can give them false information. I do not like putting my eggs into a basket of something that is, well, random, chaotic. There's no guarantee there's going to get any results from us doing this. No benefit. I suggest we focus our efforts on the camp. Get rid of something that is actually tangible. Something that would actually affect something. And we have Beatrix communicate with the person. Give them false information. Be a spy. They've kept him alive long enough as it is. They're not going to kill him suddenly. And fairly sure that, well, he's not pleading for being saved, he's laughing. Sounds like to me he is adjusted to his environment.
At their age, they have been through a lot. It's probably just another night for them.
Exactly. We are a hardy species after all. Not to mention, Beatrix has a certain quirkiness for enjoyment. Maybe he even likes it.
And who knows? Maybe at the encampment we'll find more information on our mysterious friend.
So,
He's
the way
like
that I
very
see
old.
it is
He's like
we
probably
are...
older than all of us.
The way that I see it is we are
Together.
getting the Werewolf Council and Blackstone to patrol the general area and make sure our roads are clear and void of House of Soul, being our scouts and our eyes, while we do the infiltrating.
They won't. I've been away for too long. I'm no longer seen as the leader because I don't show up enough to kind of...
No objections?
None.
Then this is the plan. I don't care who does what. Just make sure we get it done. And please stay away from this witch for the time being. Until this situation is more stable around the inn. I don't want people trudging off into the north, going missing.
I do plan to go back to Rahvenst. There are things in my house that I require. And most likely this will result in some dead souls, so... If anyone wishes to aid me...
Be sure to bring them back.
I can help you out with that.
We are needing blood. Unless, of course, they've decided to swallow silver. In which case, that's a bit problematic.
I'd recommend taking the new one with you. Show them.
Yes, I would like to see what they can do. Especially since they will be working with me in security. They seem promising.
So the problem is, because I've not been around all that much, it's just caused a problem where people are like, well, Kish can't be the leader or the lady of the house because she never shows up. So then you have to, they have to fill the holes.
Especially when they're sitting out.
Please tell me you're going to pull out a holy artifact onto our table.
Well, I know at least this one, this hand is not holy. It is a mummified hand. I did find some... In my reading I found what this most likely is. It is an artifact of physical prowess. Someone who maybe likes to brawl might want this. It gives him some power and be a little stronger. And then I have this lantern looking like thing. No idea what that does.
I can certainly take a look into it. Artifacts are my specialty.
Shines.
Artifacts is his specialty? Okay.
And then there is this...
I'm fucking useless then. Holy shit.
The ring! Excellent. This ring, I assume if you like artifacts, you can also take a look at this. 1, 2, 3.
I want to see what I could do with it.
Okay.
The ring.
Is it
And then this...
a ring?
I can take
or
the hand.
The ring.
A
stone
ring.
of many faces.
My goodness, I am literally fucking useless. Lady of the house, my ass.
It seemed important to see soul, so they went looking. It was in like
Please
a
make
museum
sure.
area.
That each of these items are not going to explode into a holy catastrophe.
Of course, I will take the utmost. I will take the utmost precaution in my research.
So she's an arcanist, so she has a better time understanding magic, whether it be casted magic, spells, inscriptions.
I like them more. Right.
Artifacts.
Alright. I'll try my best not to kill you.
He said it would be funny.
Another concern that we need to bring up. But don't ask me how. Apparently Lord Sebastian is alive.
Oh yes, I heard about that.
Do not ask me how. I just said this. I don't want to talk about it. I don't know how. I killed him at the table, I dragged out his heart, and I used it for my own power.
Are you sure it is Lord Sebastian? Jack.
I am...
He approached me at the new city within Blackstone and immediately began asking me how his former inn was doing, along with questions that only he would know as owner.
Let him live his best life.
So long as he does not talk about this to other blooded members and amass an army.
But it can be short, right?
He said to me he has no plans. I can't tell you whether that's true or not. I can't decipher his means.
Satchel full of items.
Considering he is one of the lords that I deliberately went out of my way to go kill, I'm not sure. I guess that's a 0 for me on the board. So
Seems
maybe
your
I will
track
go
record is a
pay
bit
him a
more
visit.
blemished now, dear.
Yes, well, he was meant to stay dead. So...
We can do it again.
Yeah, I probably will.
Remember when I told you about the rituals that were performed here, dear? I'm very sure he managed to find some sort of, well, magic for lich-like activities.
So that would be bad. Well, wouldn't the witch like resurrect the dead?
I doubt a corpse makes a deal with its master.
Huh? Maybe she just resurrected
When the
him
corpse
and-
is a puppy to the master.
We cut him into
Yeah.
pieces. And
Regardless,
his body.
he is not an issue as of current. We can save him for a later date, and it could be a personal project for Lady Evelyn.
And if he decides to visit the inn.
I think he made his cut first, so it's my own fault. But yeah, Sebastian is alive apparently in Blackstone.
Stab, explosion, fire.
So Sebastian is the old Lord of the house, which Evelyn has
And I
Okay,
know
so
taken
we're all-
possession of.
Take his head.
always eager to help out when issues come fixed in. So
Yes, we can
if
send
any of the
iron after him.
people are wanting to help,
One thing I should
Sorted.
mention, our bowl that had shattered, I was able to recover it. And it is currently in my custody.
I know you said not to pursue the witch situation, but if it occurs whereas the purple fog expands, there is things that I can do. That Samantha and I can do to hold it somewhat at bay. We have found this at least.
Mitigation, not advancement. We can probably at least agree with that. Keeping things at bay, maintaining the status quo until we are ready to pursue further.
you
As
are
long
to
as you
protect
don't
the grounds
antagonize her.
and the Vix Inn. If we travel to the north again to go deal with her, I would rather us possibly move as a group. But our grounds need to be safe before then.
There we
Yes, unless when we try to make the grounds safer, it summons the witch. So, just to keep that in mind. Like I said, if it expands, we can see about containing it. But I do not wish to pose that ire again.
Again,
I
mitigation,
agree.
not advancement. We don't try to
Yes.
push it back, we simply try to avoid losing more.
Yes, Sebastian always did like that
Stated and
pose.
agreed upon. Thank you.
Why won't you let you make you
Right.
drink?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, he's
I
still there.
would prefer you
It's always
to
there.
pick people to go patrol and spy on these encampments close by.
We can also interrogate.
Some of it seems very
food
nice as well.
back at Rahvenst before we fully dispatch them.
Very well. Is there anything else we
But
need
yes.
to discuss?
Ha! Yeah, it's you, it's not me.
Witch, vampire, soul.
I do have a small
Maishi.
matter of which both of you should probably know about. The Lieutenant of Blackstone has asked me to alert her of goings on here.
Thank you very much for the 2 months of
She
support,
fears
Foxy Paint Towel. Appreciate
some may
it.
be trying to undermine
And hello,
the
so nice to see you.
alliance between Blackstone and the Vix. And she simply wants to be in the know to avoid unforeseen circumstances.
Because there is someone actively trying to put a spy within our number.
Indeed.
Oh, who could this be? Maybe he has a ship now.
What was the name of
She
this
asked me.
lieutenant again?
She is the Lieutenant of Blackstone.
A name,
They
dear.
call her the Hound.
The
They call her the Hound.
Hound.
Killed one of those before, so why not?
She is the Death
already
Knight,
a
which
hound.
wanders around.
Yeah,
This
people
is
are
not
not
a legend,
She
never
wears
mind.
white
I have not
clothing.
killed it
She
as
wears white clothing,
A picture, dear.
white hair.
Do you have a picture?
Well, what about what's the boy's name that sung us that song?
Chip.
Do you believe it is Chan?
No. So she came to me and asked me if I
Gamer.
would be willing to alert her to any grievous goings on in the inn, as she believed that, you know, she wants to maintain the relationship. I should have worded my words better. She wishes to maintain the relationship between Blackstone and the Vix to keep people from attempting to undermine it. So she asked me if I would be willing to alert her to things.
Tell her
So,
information.
Jack,
Mhm.
did you not say that
She
you are...
became but a spy by accident.
Do you not have good ties of Lord Blackstone?
Indeed, but I
So,
do not know what her
what purpose does the
mission
lieutenant
is.
serve by you telling them this information?
I did not know. I was going to ask Lord Blackstone on the matter, but he was busy introducing everyone to his new city.
You
I
can
can ask
continue
tomorrow,
to
however.
give Lord Blackstone information, but the lieutenant gets nothing.
Very well. I have not told them anything pressing besides our former lord reappearing.
Hmm.
But that seems more of a... Yes. That is more just fluff, as it were. But besides that, nothing. And I thought it prudent to bring it to you, as I do not know fully what she intends to do.
Hmm. Well, if Lord Blackstone thinks that she needs to know information, he would give it to her. You are not.
Of course.
But if our relationship is so good with Lord Blackstone, I think maybe him being aware that his people are seeking to find clandestine information under his nose.
Exactly. The
Maybe
last time
sharing with him.
someone was doing this, they were... what was it? Exiled. Burke, I think his name was. Quite problematic.
Of course.
And I would like to avoid something like that in the future. He
Mhm.
tortured you. Oh yes, I remember that.
Ah, yes, he did.
Hmm. I will speak with Lord Blackstone tomorrow.
Then I believe this meeting is adjourned.
I have nothing more. And I believe we have plans. I agree.
Simon, Beatrix, I wish for you to stay.
Okay.
Okay.
I believe that means the rest of us can leave. Encourage
I believe so.
Hey Jack, have fun with the boat.
It's a bone.
The boat.
It's a boat.
You won't mind if I listen in, will you?
If you must.
I would insist.
What? It's a boat?
I'm going to ask you once. Why is it you did not inform me when you first met this individual?
Oh.
Or anyone, for that matter. This person you have been speaking to.
Oh. I did. I mean,
Who?
Clarette knows. And I thought this is gonna be a topic today anyway.
How long have they been listening? Since you've got back?
Since at the beginning of the week.
Not nearly as bad.
They're not always listening. Sometimes they're just there and then they're like gone. I think.
Anything interesting that he says?
And what is the reason he picked you?
Kinship,
Hello.
I
He's
imagine.
my great. How often do I need to say that?
Let's say a relative, dear.
Are the two of you actually related?
Yeah. I can feel it.
You can feel it. How old are you, Beatrix? And if he's your distant relative, I hate to imagine how old he is and how senile he is.
Close to being a feral vampire, for that matter.
I'm fairly sure that he is already feral at this point. Last I checked, Beatrix was quite old herself. Wasn't it near 700 year?
No, not that old.
Hmm.
But I think I'm the oldest.
The thousands is when it starts to become painful.
But if they are the great,
Oh, he is older.
to the nth degree, grandfather, then it's going to be problematic. He might even be 5,000 years of age. Maybe even more.
I'm pretty sure we're in a state of BC, if you know what I mean.
He's that old. Good heavens, how is he even alive? He's bound to be skeletal at this point. Does he even have any teeth left?
Are you... I don't believe you, because some of the oldest vampires of all time who have lived that long are effectively gods, and are ones that are told in stories nowadays.
Like Dracula.
You've made up Jesus Christ. It's like that. You are telling
Fair
me
point.
that you have a vampire in your head speaking to you that has lived for that long?
I'm guessing.
Guessing.
Now I just actually think you're crazy. More than I originally did. Get rid of him. I don't care how. And the only way that I want you talking to it moving forward is in person.
I believe it is a House of Soul prophet who has somehow gained the ability to have conversations with gifted individuals such as Beatrix here. We do have abilities to read people's minds. After all, certain individuals of us. It would not be surprising to me if their humans have somehow managed to find a way to reverse such a method. Does it hurt to have a conversation with him, Beatrix? Does it sound like he's piercing through your eardrums? It does. I'd imagine normally if a vampire were to communicate with another, there would be no pain involved or screeching in the ears. Maybe it's holy magic that's intervening, which is causing the discomfort. This is all assumptions, after all. And my, well, accumulated knowledge. A hypothesis, if you will.
I don't care who he is, where he came from. I just don't want him speaking to you in your head anymore.
I mean, valuable
You are my
information.
property. Simon, your transformation. How has it been faring?
I can
Your
control
change
it pretty good.
Good heavens.
And how long have you had this down for?
I think around like 2 weeks until we discovered that I was able to control it. The flying goes really well.
Good.
What's brought this on? You never mentioned anything like this to me, Simon.
It was on my birthday. My abilities changed. Like I no longer use my.
Oh,
I can
right.
no longer use
Wait.
my eyes, but
How old are you?
I now have different abilities. I'm now 36.
Ah, yes, it does happen for the younglings.
I met Lord Victor.
Lord Victor. Oh, the
the
Hound. Yes.
He explained to me how some of this could happen, and normally I should go to school, but since what we are, I would probably get killed if I go anywhere near one.
There are certain vampire schools, although that was with the blooded, and sadly, due to Evan's actions here, that is not so much of an option. Maybe Lord Victor can possibly help with that. Where did you speak with him?
It was at a place called the Meat Rack.
Oh, that filthy place.
She's escaping.
She's free to do what she wants. If she wishes to escape, then, well, it's her loss. We can see about finding perhaps a vampire-based school. We can learn your abilities. If you are into reading, I could give you some of my old books that can explain what is going on for you right now. Or you can go to Lord Victor. So the reason why you're slouching, Beatrix.
Huh?
You're slouching.
Oh. I think I forgot to walk for a second.
You were just leaning forward and looked like you were slouching. I thought you were... Interesting abilities. This happens a few times. Let's hope it is stable. She just walked out.
The cloak is, or invisibility or what it is still happening when I get nervous or stressed.
You are stressed.
Certain situations.
Such as what, dear?
There's a lot of people around.
You have anxiety.
Someone gets aggressive.
I do not remember you being like this, dear. Did something happen? I know I've not been around as much as I used to be, but... Well, I do worry about your well-being.
There's not a lot of people. There was like a routine to the Old Lord that I followed. And now I have a lot of freedom and I don't know what to do.
I suppose there's quite a few new, fresh faces. And you might have a few... feelings in regards to it.
I would rather decapitated flowers than a vine growing around my ankle. So true, Bastille.
You like my new hair?
I think that's just from the guard being close to
Hmm.
Maybe.
Try it first.
It suits you very well. Did you grow it out? Or did you use some magic to
You have your team for the scouting mission?
hasten the growth?
I mostly had it braided, but it also grew out a little bit.
Hmm. It's
I
a very small
can
braid,
also
dear.
kind of let it grow and shorten as well.
Hmm.
But if you have
Are
your
you
team,
speaking
I see.
as a bit tall? Or going
Is this to suit certain clientele, or is this more of a personal choice? Fashion?
I like the long hair.
I don't think it's gonna
Hmm.
take that long to go get you.
Oh, that's nice. Requires a lot of maintenance, so dear. Make sure you're actually eating plenty of healthy meals.
None yet.
Although that is in short supply due to our situation.
If you block off your entire day, this is going to be very fun. Trial by fire, as they say. It's how you have
Keep doing that though. Like I never see one.
no, well, this is because we have kids. And there will be some very mean things like you wretched creature of the night, you unholy stain on existence. It's quite entertaining, actually. They have a
I haven't caught that before.
I haven't we all?
well, I'm up to
You
join.
are following me around like a lost pup, Simon.
I mean, that's what I mostly do.
Hmm. Are you sure?
Some
You're only doing it recently. Beforehand, you were quite more energetic.
speak to a few others.
In fact, I actually struggled to see you.
There is
You spent most of your time with patrons.
try to depends how bad it is
go on a
that
murder
day,
spree
but I won't
together.
know until.
Hmm.
Little matter
Perhaps
of
it's
being
the
more negotiable
changes.
with some murder.
Yeah, close enough. Close enough.
You know, hormone imbalance and everything else.
I wish to speak with Ophelia before I retire for the day.
I'm going to head home.
Oh yeah, Rowan, don't we have that thing we have to do later?
So nice to see you again, Chloe.
It has been too long.
It has
It's very
indeed.
much unpleasurable, and a lot of things have changed,
Mm-hmm.
and
A
a few
few-
things have not.
If you'll
I
bring
see.
up what's the big deal.
Indeed. If you're on about Evelyn.
Yes, she's very tunnel visioned.
Well, she used to be a bounty hunter, after all. She was a bit more focused on, well, doing what she's told and not so much thinking of the Jag. Have a good morning.
Mm.
Yes. And your feelings, other than the blooded, are in line with Evelyn? To pay this witch no mind?
I would personally like to observe her personally. If you'd like to come this way with me, I would like to have a very brief discussion.
I see.
Considering that you are someone who has been around quite some time, I think it is, well, prudent that I keep you informed about such things.
I would appreciate this. I have been here since more or less the beginning, so this
Exactly.
is... Well,
Would you like to join us, Simon? Bear in mind that this information is confidential, Simon, but I trust you to be able to, well, not speak a word.
Of course. I am sure I can figure out ways to cause pain to Simon, that they won't enjoy. So I doubt there'll be a need.
This witch, as Evelyn called it, she was a shard. Apparently she is a shard from the undead mother. A daughter, if you will. Apparently the daughter has a disagreement with the mother. Now I'm not too sure if or not this is a bluff or whatnot, but she gave me the distinct impression that the mother has passed. But consider that she's a... Exactly. If she is a goddess, I'm pretty sure that she can be brought back with enough belief, faith, or otherwise. Perhaps these shards can be brought together to reforge her. I had a conversation with her. It seems that Simon and Beatrix do not remember the conversations with this witch. I, on the other hand, seem to remember mine. Although the specific details are lost to me, currently, due to my, well, I guess a long nap.
Yes. I understand.
She did mention about
Yeah, the
siphoning
thing is-
power from the mother. Perhaps those stones have something to do about it.
Yes, they could be a focus. Yes, they could be used as a There are other altar stones around the island that have been forgotten, covered.
Perhaps.
And this...
I did not explore that much. That was
I-
more down to Sebastian. I mainly house sat, managed the inn in his stead. The only thing I can suggest is perhaps seeing if there's any other shards that wish to communicate with us. This one is purple. Maybe they're color-coded. Maybe they represent something that was part of the undead mother.
Yes. This is why I want to go back and get my stuff from Grey Mist. There is my Book of Shadows. So everything from the last at least 150 years in terms of my practice with the coven, the witch coven. So maybe additional information. Yeah. And
It would be
there's a
most
chance
useful.
And if this is the case, and I seek to summon or call upon these other shards, we are not breaking Evelyn's rule of dealing with that witch.
Mm-hmm.
I like this idea.
What Evelyn doesn't know
I
won't
think
hurt her,
this is a...
so long as you are safe.
Yes. And I disagree. I believe we should be attacking both heads at the same time. With the Hydra, if you kill one head, the other head gets stronger. And if we are able to eradicate Soul, that is a common inconvenience the witch has. That will make their life easier, make them more of a problem.
Sounds like to me that the witch is actually using and exploiting the weakness of the soul. If we were to push them back, she would just take back the land. She wishes to make it into a no man's land. A place for the undead to seek refuge, both against us and the House of Soul. She's a new third party.
Right.
But if there's other shards, maybe we could have them align with us. Perhaps you want to bring back the
Yes,
mother.
there is. It is important to bring back the mother. The mother provides balance for the spiritual world of Gel. This current witch, this shard of the mother,
Simon is adorable, yes.
seems to be solely focused on the undead, and if there is an unbalance, then things will topple.
If people are able to gather information on specific important artifacts, for example, a name, if they know of a name that
If I
belongs to the House of Soul, an artifact or an item, maybe a book, I can find out its exact location.
I see. Well then, when I am back in Grey Mist, I will. They had commandeered a building to run their operations out of. There may be a chance there's something left there. We will. It will take longer, but I think we can swing by there on the way to my house. And see what we can find, if there's anything. Yes. Simon, so your visit with the witch, absolutely nothing? Do you remember even seeing them before things went away? I see.
If only we had
The
a
one thing
certain
that I and
artifact.
Samantha have.
There's a tiara or veil which you can put on people. It can block disturbances, magical disturbances. Might be good against her. That's if we can
Do you
find
know
one.
this is
No clue.
right? Perfect.
I know that my father mentioned about
And a few
multiple.
artifacts. Claret found a few artifacts
Yes.
in possession of House of Soul. Maybe in the other camps there could be more.
I do wish this Lady Lucia I have dealt with, and she is. I don't know if the others understand exactly what they are going up against with a high priestess. She is more or less as high as it gets, other than the king or queen or whatever is running her soul as a patron. If she was able to survive the acidic poison I forced upon her and swim out of the ocean in full plate armor, this is not someone who is to be trifled with.
Exactly.
So I wish to be there to...
The reason why I'm a bit hesitant to send people out. We are not particularly military trained. We are escorts, workers of a brothel. Some of us are a bit more experienced, yes, but a lot of us are young.
Yes. I am also very wary of working with this Lord Blackstone. His hubris is a bit overbearing.
Yes, he does seem to like his own vanity. For example, I carried relationships with him mainly because I sucked up to him. It seems that his ego is quite large and likes to be inflated. Of course, do not use it to exploit these things, but it does indicate his character somewhat. We do not want to
I am
accept
rather
him too
impressed.
much.
Right. I did press him when I met him. He did have, as much as Lady Evelyn is a questionable replacement for the Lord, she's still better. And the things that he was choosing to say were simply disrespectful. Of course, if he said anything like that about you, I would have ran him through with my sword. But when I pressed him,
doubt he would say anything about me.
Yes. So though I am surprised his composure did not crack too severely when I called him out. One of the things he was saying.
On
I
his
just hope this
hubris.
has not. On his bluntness.
He
Of
does.
course, I did not find out that Lady Evelyn had given him some of our land until I spoke with him. And that was a bit surprising for me. Caught me off guard.
He does consider himself a king, so maybe he believes himself to be higher up. He also thinks quite highly of our kind. He looks down upon half-bloods. I mean, so do I, but, you know, people have to tolerate things.
Am I happy that Evelyn is in charge? No. Can I tolerate it? Yes. She did more or less single-handedly kill the Lord, so...
With the help from the Hound and his companion, as well as with Beatrix.
Yes. Well, I will do some more reading and see if I can find any information on these artifacts you speak of. And we'll need some plan for going forward with Soul. Something would need to happen.
It depends whether or not
think
these
if we just
artifacts
take it
exist or not
subsequently.
anymore.
Can help where I can.
Yes, of
Tell
course.
me what to do, and I help.
I would bring you to Grey Mist, but I think you'll be more useful here trying to figure out the bigger soul problem. Yes.
Ophelia, darling, do that pose one more time. Hello, Bubblegummy. Welcome to the stream. How do you say? Thank you much for the follow. If only I had hands on the artifacts that my parents would mention. That'd be very useful. Sadly, they're in a vault somewhere. But yes, do not let me keep you.
No, I wanted to speak with you. Oh, yes, with the whole situation of Soul preoccupied with my home, may I have a room for a few nights here? Or a couch?
As long as this is not preoccupied. I believe the room in the wine cellar is vacant. I haven't seen Roko recently. I'm also not too sure if Ethan is taking up refuge instead.
The sheets, so.
Mm-hmm.
So I will not cause much disturbance to be cleaned up later.
If the bed is occupied, perhaps go to the VIP room. We don't really have any VIPs at the moment.
But it is preoccupied. I will ask the occupants, and then I'll move on to the next option.
Of course.
A warm bed can be nice during the day.
Oh, how scandalous. Lord
figuratively
Sebastian.
speaking.
Doing the pose at the same time, together in the same room.
Right. Well, I will bid you a good morning, Simon.
Good morning.
It is wonderful to see you again.
Likewise.
I will leave you to.
Welcome home, Claire.
Thank you. It is nice to be home.
Oh, running away together. I do not run, I strut, dear. A few complications. It seems I cannot sleep and hope that things stay together. You're free to stay here if you wish, Simon. I'm going to do some
I'm gonna.
rituals and research.
Okay, I'm gonna make patrols around the inn.
Interesting. Be forward to stretch before you fly, dear. We don't want to pull a muscle.
It's still here. Yeah, it's just those four. Oh, silent treatment, huh?
I was ending stream.
How rude.
Oh, I probably should do that too. Hi, everyone.
Truly, we
Y'all
shall
have a
make
good
the
day.
court gasp in
Night.
shock.
What does it say, Thursday?
But it will not matter, of course, darling. I
Oh,
will attack
shoot,
with the
there's
muscle.
Crap, there's an Aegis
Muscle?
lobby sign, isn't there?
Wait,
Lobby
muscle
things.
comment.
Yep. What time's
What
the
comment?
lobby at?
Wait, what? Did I say muscle?
9:30 my time, which is in 2.5 hours.
Wait, what are you doing?
Aegis lobby.
Oh, it's an
Aegis,
Aegis
character.
lobby. Oh, yes.
This,
Sorry, I'm stuck in
is,
Ophelia.
Oh, you're fine.
I wish I would be stuck in.
Get in the fire!
Wait,
Get
is
in the
this
fire!
action? Is there a line?
Wee. Hey, good job.
People.
Hey, Kaiga,
Yeah.
can you plan a mission for Grey Mist, please?
Yeah, of course I can, dear.
And tell me how many people you want me to take, because I forget who's agreed.
I
know,
think only
um,
finger choose characters, but having it a 2-people stealth mission is absolutely possible.
I would like to do
would
missions,
you
but I don't have a
do?
combat mode already, which is sad.
Just stare at them intently.
Yeah, like literally, they're gonna have.
Give
such
them
a
the mummy
hard boner
eyes.
That all their blood will be like gone, and they will die.
Thing is, I don't have expression set up
I
on this
forget how
model.
much I actually. No, yeah, I have happy, sad, and angry.
That's
And
all you
when
need.
Talking to Evelyn, she was just mostly angry. That's true. She was mostly just angry.
Yo, check this shit
I was
out.
angry.
Have you added sound effects? No.
I was
No,
angry once.
but I added another animation on it. I'm currently doing the
nice.
other part, but I wasn't fast enough.
I'm trying to find out how
So you
to.
already have fun with the DM model?
Yeah, okay.
I'm trying to find out how to set this up.
Wait, is this
Okay.
Banshee?
No, this is not Banshee.
No,
This
okay.
is.
Told you-
Well, technically it
I
is
told you that I
Banshee,
really tried
but
to
it's
get
an
people
alternate
on the
version
mission,
that
but
she
like,
has a new name, a new alias,
good.
known as Dawn.
Me left. I will find
Oh,
you.
yeah, she's got the
great,
arm,
great,
yeah.
great grandfather.
I'm really happy that
Jack
Penny
was on my
and
stream. Like,
Banshee
have you seen
had
him?
a
One-to-one
Got to,
conversation.
I'm going to
Yeah.
kill him, and I was like, yeah,
Yes.
try your best.
She actually she felt special after that because Banshee was like, yeah, Sakoto does stick around and talk a lot. And Penny and Banshee were having a nice back and forth conversation, it seemed.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of weird. They're kind of very similar in terms of mindsets and stuff like that. So.
You know, it's funny
Also-
that they said, like, I hope none of these artifacts are gonna explode into holy magic.
I swear to God, it's a grenade, isn't it?
No.
Oh.
It's so much worse.
Holy gradient
So much
Antioch.
It's so much worse than holy
I see what you mean. Nox. Yeah, you need to stretch, man. You need to stretch out your wings.
Also,
Funny orb.
Penny and Banshee came from the orb of faces. It took me a second looking at it. Go, oh yes, there's a bunch of faces. That is freaky.
It's a
as hell.
chaos orb
Oh, I
from
did it,
fucking
I'm
Path of
streaming.
Exile.
All right. Jan says it's a holy nuke, not a hand grenade. All right.
Yeah, you could say that.
Let me wrap up stream. Who am I rating?
Oh my god, I fucking thing crashed again.
My stream. Oh, hey Dawn. Bye, Dawn.
We're going to rate. Oh, hey, Dawn. Oh. We're gonna raid Callista. She's playing Cyberpunk. It's a fun game. Start raid. Y'all are wonderful.
Oh my
I love
god.
you all. Come back later.
DLC soon.
I'm probably not going to stream tonight because I still have the sty on my eye, and I probably should not have done the scene anyways. So I will see you all
Go
later,
off
chat.
and rest.
Fuck you. I love you too.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. So, I have a question.
Fuck you and the Family Goat. I have answers.
So, I'm trying to sort out animations. I'm going to use contact receivers and senders. Essentially, I can send you the videos if you want. But what I want it to be is that I put my hand here, and this weapon kind of tilts, and then this the tanto will rotate outwards, so I can actually just grab it using a fist.
Okay. So what we want to do is we'll put a contact receiver here. It will
Yeah.
detect when your hand's there and what gesture you have. Then we'll use an aim constraint to aim the handle into your hand, and then you can pull the sword out.
I was planning to use it with parent constraints, so currently it's parent constrained to the hip, but you can't animate parent constraints because it won't move. Right?
Yes, you can. You can. So we can sit down in PC and go over it. So whenever I do a parent constraint, I always put an empty on the bone that it's being constrained to. You can move that empty around.
I actually did that recently, so I need to try to do that. So, yeah.
So what you could do is you could put an aim constraint on the empty, and then parent that to the empty. So it gets the angle, the position never changes on that empty, and you can activate and deactivate the angle constraint, the aim constraint.
I have to show you the videos for
yeah,
reference so you understand what I'm trying to do, because I don't really think I need the aim constraints. I do need the aim constraints later on when I decide to have it so I can actually unsheath the weapon above the head, because it requires, grabbing and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I don't think you've seen this new update, this new scythe from Penny. So she does have a I had to find it. Let me turn on my mirror. Because I'm sitting down right now. I might have to sit up. Yeah. I'm lazy as fuck. There you go. So this is using parent constraints to do everything. Wait. I have to reset I can't do thumbs up right now.
Why not?
I can only do thumbs up for about 5 minutes and then it stops working. Then I have to restart the controller.
That's interesting.
So I need to change the gestures for what it does. It is very interesting. There we go. So it's using... Yeah.
Interesting.
And also, I think yeah. So this is using an aim constraint right here. To keep it in both hands. So
Yeah, I'm probably going to
to
use the aim constraint for the sword so I can actually grab it with 2 hands. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I just lost That was weird.
Yeah, same. We lost that. We lose at the same time. That's strange.
I don't know if someone changed avatars. Though Kaiga's in a different avatar now. I blame Kaiga.
Someone
Am I still streaming?
someone did
I don't
an
think I'm streaming.
artwork.
I'm not streaming.
Someone did an artwork of Evie and Beatrix. It's in my Discord.
Nice.
So cute.
I heard her being abusive to you first thing in session.
Dude, I made
Yeah,
her
when she
angry.
not?
I made her reach the tipping point today. Like this.
Great. I swear to God, Beatrice, I will stab you in the face.
I love how people were like generally like discussing, yeah, let's kill that dude.
Oh my god!
You want to kill an elder vampire? Good fucking luck.
No.
I don't
well,
like
the
to
other
do
question
it.
is, how are they containing him? That's even more
They're feeding
terrifying.
him.
But
Find
yeah,
out in character.
fuck
They
around and
need
find out
to
in
feed
character.
him.
He's not
There's
real.
Like no way they don't feed him.
He's not real.
He's not real. It's just imagination of Beatrix.
Oh my god, that would be the craziest shit ever if he's in her head. That would just prove her theories. That would
A
prove
game theory.
everything. Game theory. Game theory. The web. The web.
Right, I'm probably gonna
What
hop
do they
off and
call it?
do some more model work because I need to get this done. I want to get this combat ready. I can actually do shit.
Yeah. I need to
Looks really good.
The
You
hair
did a
is so.
great job.
yeah, it looks really good. I agree.
I actually want to fix the hair because the hair's a bit too flowy.
Too
many bones,
wobbly.
Yeah. I don't know how to. I don't know anything
A
about
little bit,
fizz
maybe.
bones. I don't know how to actually set it up so it actually works. I think there's too many bones in this, so it's a bit.
So-
Yeah.
I have a pimple on the inside of my eyelid, so I'm probably gonna be heading to bed after this.
Mm.
Hoping it goes away by tomorrow. I looked at it. I'm about to say really disgusting details, so if you want to. It actually looks like it's come to a head, like on the inside of my eyelid. So hopefully that means it's gonna start dying down now.
Yeah.
Like it's
probably.
at that point where like I know it's a really bad idea to pop something that's going to on my
In
eyeball.
general, so for everything a red, like in
But,
general, you
like,
should
I-
not pop
Like
it
there's
at all.
there's a part of me that's like, you have
It's
to do it.
human
I'm like, no,
instinct.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
But
I want to do it so
that's
badly,
human instinct.
please.
It's like when you, it's like when
Don't
you had
trust
a
that
wound
instinct.
and it's like you know it growing over.
Yeah.
And then you really want to
Yeah.
rip it off, but you know if you rip it off, it's gonna become
Yeah.
a scar.
I love the flying.
Mm-hmm.
But if I just hold the eyelid down and then pat off all the gooey
No.
stuff, and then I know.
What did you?
Down.
What model is this, Kygo? This is familiar.
I
That
don't-
looks like his fucking gang
I-
Pokemon, to be honest.
Lamar. I don't quite remember, but I can send it to you because I still have it open. I have a few models from it, and it looks really nice. It's a mobile
she's
game, I
tic-tac.
think.
Okay.
I can't. Oh no, don't. Yeah, fight me.
That's what I'm using for the mother.
Fight me.
But yeah, go to
No,
bed,
don't-
get
don't-
an hour,
don't-
like,
don't kick
talk
my
to
sticky
Walmart
legs.
Tower and just,
They
like,
would
chill
break.
on your head while you do it.
Sticky legs. DM goes.
I'm not touching
Oh
you.
yeah, you got a 1.
I'm not touching you.
DM. I'm now proceeding to kill the DM because I got a 1.
Rolling
Yeah, just the arms left.
with a
Yeah, I'm going.
19.
Fuck you, DM.
Incapacitated.
Woo!
You killed the DM.
I
No, it's not
succeeded.
that, it's
I
a DM,
win.
But they are incapacitated.
Oh,
There's lifeless
some
hands sitting
point-
on the ground right now.
at some point I will want to give a player the chance to kill God, basically attacking the DM. At some point
Fair.
I want to give someone the chance.
So this is interesting. A shard of the goddess is this witch. So it's not really a witch.
No,
Demigod.
that's what what
Mostly,
happened
like,
last
set up by
time.
Cass,
Yeah.
so I need to talk
Mm.
with him about that. That's why I
Gods.
kept the witch stuff really vague every time I talked about it.
I was gonna say for the last 3 weeks, Clarette's been just full on. It's a witch. It's a witch. This fucking
Burn the
witch has cut me off from my goddess.
Burn the witch.
Burn the witch.
Now that it's not a witch, Clarette's like,
This is actually.
Oh,
study the
my chat said the hair reminds them of JC.
Study the heart.
Yeah, why not? Try
which heart?
Pain, suffering, pain and suffering.
This what Claire wanted to do was kill the witch and eat her heart.
Get rid of that flashy
Yeah.
purple
it.
stuff thing she does.
I'm gonna talk. Cass also like messaged me. I'm gonna talk with Cass to like about the witch stuff. So that's all like set up and pre-planned because
Harder.
I'm pre-planning the entire.
Okay, I'm
season
stopping
right
now.
for weeks end.
Sure. Sure.
So everything's like planned out and there's no like
Mm-hmm,
let's say I must say it bluntly, there's no metaverse moment
Metaverse mode.
where like everything completely changes because people didn't
Oh.
talked with each other, like that kind of shit.
Oh, sounds like a Tuesday.
Anyway,
Sounds like
I'm gonna head off and
a
turn off my stream.
normalized Metaverse
Bye bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for
You're
coming
back,
out. I
you.
really appreciate seeing Ophelia again.
Yeah,
That
I
was a
kind of
really
I felt out of the
surprise.
loop.
It was really
I've
nice.
like been focusing. I feel like with Ophelia, she's kind of because of her absence, people are
Same.
like trying to They were talking over her, and I was like, oh, just who's above the house here, huh?
So
Yeah,
So,
true.
so next time, I think Clarette's going to plant herself next to Ophelia and demand respect from people.
Yes.
Mm.
Because I was also out of source because it's been so long, and I wasn't expecting like this big of a meeting happening so quickly.
Yeah,
But,
I thought it was gonna be like a
100%.
small group meeting, but like everyone came out. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
You just
unfortunately,
made a general
Nietzsche
thing
didn't
and
get to
it's-
drop her line because Clarette was supposed to go. Beatrice, I told you only a few people. What the hell?
And I was
It's
about to say,
Beatrix.
like, it smells like matter game. I just told Ophelia in a letter and Jack in a letter, and I told a
And
few people in a letter,
Flotsam
but not
and-
everyone.
Flotsam wasn't on that
Yeah,
list.
I think there was just. I think people just didn't really read your report and just saw the ping for like.
Yeah, I wouldn't really think of anything
Well,
past it, because I mean, it just shows that people are interested
I'm
in
not
wanting to
upset.
be involved with Vixen and stuff, and they want
I
to do
don't
stuff with
mind it.
Vixen.
I don't mind it at all.
Oh,
And it's good to have everyone on the
A-Fire.
same page.
A-Fire
Fire Seeker?
and
Fire Seeker, yeah.
and what's it you? Are the
Pikachu.
two that are coming with Clarette? Pikachu.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Pikachu
that
and
works.
A-Fire are coming.
Group of 3, that works for me. I don't need that many NPCs. I can do that.
Mm-mm.
I might introduce a
gonna make-
new
That
soul
was a
unit,
nice
why
rhyme.
not?
Oh dear God.
I need to talk
And
with
I
you
go
at some
alone.
point about your
Oh.
husband. Yeah, you got solo
like-
mission, and you're probably gonna
Oh.
die.
Yay!
Your werewolf husband.
How long does it take to make crispy pork belly? 'Cause I
Crispy
have some in the fridge.
Crispy pork belly takes a bit of time because you need to salt the pork belly overnight so it absorbs all the moisture out.
Oh, okay. So I'll put the salt on it tonight.
Mm-hmm. So basically,
Okay, see here.
what you need to do is that you basically just put salt on it, quite a generous amount, right? Because this will absorb the water. Once you take it out, you take it off, like you just wipe it off with a cloth, and then you put oil and then sprinkle a small amount of salt on top. You can keep the salt on there if you wanted to. It might be a bit too salty,
And look up.
so I often just wipe it off, put on some oil, and
Yeah,
then put a
but-
little bit more.
You can't like stick. You can't
Picture that
stick
I'm
it
looking
to
at
something that
has
doesn't
it like baking for an hour with the salt pack on top,
Oh, okay.
and then
That
taking it
could
off
serve-
and broiling it.
Yeah, that also works.
But
Yeah.
I'll take your advice though
Yeah,
over
it's
that
like-
because I mean
Just,
I trust you more than the website.
Work when I'm half
So yeah,
body,
so
right?
I'll
You
salt
trust
pack
me
it
more than a
tonight.
website?
That I
Wow.
constantly in the
tomorrow?
flying in this
Well, yeah.
flying like.
I mean, the fact that I said
this-
crispy pork belly and you got excited, to me means that we're like on a similar culinary level here. Like, I would not be surprised if you also own a sous vide
So nice,
machine.
I love it.
I don't actually. That's mainly because I'm poor.
But you,
I would like to.
oh, that's a valid.
I know what
Valid
sous
point.
vide
I
is.
need
I would
to
like
go
to.
buy
Having money.
I would like to cook like chicken with it. Chicken breast sous vide is perfect because all you do is like you just get a hot pan,
Oh.
sear it, and it's just
And it
nice.
stays moist. And,
Exactly, yeah. So the thing is with chicken,
I
the
have
reason
a
why
lot
sous
of
vide is
chicken
good
with
is
stuff on.
because sous vide basically keeps it at a constant temperature, which means it eventually comes up to temperature, and it's perfect. You don't actually,
It does not
make
go
it-
for it.
yeah, the tissues
Yeah,
don't
he said food
siege.
talk is great. Q, get the fuck out of VR. Scissor, get the fuck out of VR.
Get the
No,
fuck-
Dad.
Oh,
So I bought a whole chicken because I'm making
get the fuck
yakitori.
out.
Yakitori.
Yakitori.
Yakitori?
Oh, okay, that's weird. Yeah,
Whatever the
yakitori.
grilled chicken is. Yeah.
Yakitori.
Yeah.
Well, it's
I need to make
skewers.
a
Are you going to you going to disassemble it yourself?
Yes.
Mm,
Yes.
mm, mm.
I've been
Discombobulate.
doing that for basically once a week. I had been doing butchering a whole chicken to get the hang of it.
But I go.
So I'm actually pretty decent at it now.
Make sure I would like
Um,
remove it so you can keep the bones and make a broth of it, and you know. Add
Well,
other
yeah,
things.
I need to make the the
Bye-bye.
name eludes me, but the yakitori sauce, the the sweet sauce that you dip in to make it to glaze it.
Hoisin?
The tare. The tare.
Oh, Thai.
TRE.
Yeah.
Yep, I've got that. I've got the spring onions and ginger and garlic to make the sauce. So.
Mm. Do you have a microplaner for your garlic?
Actually, I don't have a microplaner now.
Very useful because.
So.
Yeah.
I recently got divorced. I need to go back to the house and get the rest of my stuff.
Oh dear. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it was only 12 years. Don't worry.
Oh, only 12 years. I don't have a relationship that's even lasted like a year or two. It's like, fuck.
Well, yeah, I got into the wrong relationship for all the wrong reasons. So don't use me as an example. Being in a long-term relationship's a good thing, but don't do it because your friends pressure you into it.
Because you're what, sorry?
Fucking peer pressure.
Streaming.
I know I'm still streaming. I'm still streaming. Hello.
Oh, okay. Then I'll
Yeah,
stop
sorry.
talking about it then.
Yeah,
It's
sorry.
okay. No, I seriously doubt the X will watch my channel, but they probably don't know about yours. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to get out of VR, like I keep saying I'm going to do.
Likewise.
And I'm going to salt pack this. Do I have? I'm trying to think if I have like a box of salt. I don't think I do. I think I just.
How
have
big
the
is your
salt
pork
grinder.
belly?
So, it's like a ½ pound, so it's not much at all.
I'm British. I don't use pounds.
What even is a kilometer? It's a computer. How many kilograms is a pound? A quarter kilogram.
Is it already pre-sliced pork belly, or is it just like a whole slab?
Yeah, it's pre-sliced. I got the cheap stuff.
Oh, if it's
But I'm gonna make a little
pre-sliced.
foil tray perfectly sized to it and just butt them up next to each other.
Okay, sometime. If you have the ingredients for this and you had the money to do it, there's a thing called basically. My mum's dad was called Kunda. He made this very nice paste that is very good for a lot of things. It's coriander roots, lots of garlic, lots of black pepper, lots of salt, and you basically grind it up in a pestle mortar. You put it into a jar. It will preserve for a long time. There's a lot of salt into it. You rub that on anything, kind of add soy sauce to it, add other things to it, and it's really nice, really flavorful. Would recommend it.
I'll have to get coriander.
Okay.
Coriander.
Specifically coriander roots. Don't know why it has to be.
Coriander roots.
You'll probably have to go to
I might have
a
to go back to the Asian
specialist.
market.
Yeah, you have to go to them to get it. But it's very nice.
That's where I got the I was there yesterday, so I've got no problem going back there. I love the Asian market.
Yeah, it's very nice.
All right, I really am getting out because my
Yeah,
eyes start
same.
closing, so you all have a beautiful night.
Bye bye.
Bye.
I have enough as well, Kygo.
Stinky creature.
What the hell?
You have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
If you need anything, text me.
Yeah, I'll be sure to do that. I'm trying to work on other things, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. Bye bye.
Bye.
For some reason I can't go home. Never mind. That was a bit annoying. It's like click on it to leave. You cannot leave. You must stay here forever. Still love this song. It is indeed plug time. I was meant to be role-playing today. I was meant to do model work, but alas. So, if you like what you saw here today, please consider giving me a follow. It helps the channel out, but most importantly, lets you know when I go live again next. If you really, and you're financially stable, if you really like what you saw here today, consider giving me a subscribe. You don't have to. It helps out here and there, but most importantly for me, it is just your enjoyment on what you watch and what you see. Just have a few financial things which I'm a bit like, the extra bit of money would help, but it's not necessary. Again, make sure you're financially stable. No subscribe or else. Thank you very much to Sacred Twin Gear for posting the chat command. There's a link to Discord right now in the chat where you can join a wonderful community of people who watch the stream, and you can have discussions with them in the appropriate channels regarding any roleplays I partake in, Vix in, Gang RP, and soon to be many more in the future, such as Curse Bears and Eva Chronicles. We also have channels dedicated to clips, videos, artwork, images, memes, music, and specifically music for roleplay. We also have a channel as well dedicated to feedback, so if you'd like to see something improved, changed upon, or added to the stream service, please do not hesitate to post your wants there. And last but not least, we also have a Twitter as well. It is non-safe for work, so please no minors, but you'll also be notified whenever I go live there as well, due to Streamlabs integration. I am not small. I am not small. I'm eldritch monstrosity. I will eat your soul. I will blot out the night. I am the size of the universe. I'm not small. If you sub, Q will call herself cute. No, I won't. I will not do that. Stop the lies. It's not lies. I'm an eldritch entity from the Orion's Nebula. I am literally designed after the Orion Nebula. I am the Orion's Nebula. There's a planet there called Aunalam, which is the heart of the belt, and that is basically where I originated from. That is where I expanded my influence, and I am now the Orion's Nebula. I'm not small, I'm not adorable, but I am an eldritch monster. Rah! Q do be a cute eldritch horror. No, I'm not stinky. What the fuck? Little Dumbo squid. Hey, Dumbo squids are pretty. Oh, you nearly got me. No, that was not an adorable Ra. What the fuck? Anyway, hope you all have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever it be, and I will see you tomorrow, which is Friday, for a Gang RP session. Maybe, just maybe, we might actually have a thing with Nevrossi. I mean, there's models ready to use for Nevrossi, you just won't have any of the combat stuff. So, you might see it. If I can get stuff done, I might even be able to have some basic combat stuff done, specifically with the Tonto. So, look forward to that. But you might get an appearance with, you might see Queen or Dawn make her first appearance. We'll have to see. But that is it for me now. Everyone, take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you next time, which will be tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.